And welcome into the Handicap Spot, where we park you closer to your financial dreams each and every week. I'm your host, Luke Robinson, and with me as always is the only handicapper that Shirley MacLaine once called Bob Stradamus, Chicago Bob Parlay. Chicago Bob, how you doing tonight?
Luke, I'm doing great tonight. Now that the NFL has finally come to terms with the real referees, my local grocery store finally has its bag boys back.
Yeah, that's great news, Bob. I know you're thrilled. Well, it's a huge week in college football this weekend. Let's go ahead and jump right into it.
You heard me. First of all, Luke, I'm headed to the Big 12 countries. Texas versus West Virginia over there. The Steelers versus, well, you know. Look, West Virginia quarterback Geno Smith, who is my cousin's uncle on my mother's side, does more passing than Mario Andretti. Unfortunately, these two teams treat defenses like Charlie Sheen treat sobriety. That is to say, they against it. Therefore, I like the over the total in this game as my pick of the week for the week.
That sounds reasonable, Bob. So how about your pick of the month for the week?
Well, gas prices being what they are, I'm going to stay in Big 12 country for my pick of the month for the week. I love the Kansas State over the Kansases by the 24 points. This summer, Kansas coach Charlie Weiss had his team practice post-game celebrations. That time could have been more wisely used practicing, let's say, football plays. I know Weiss is hungry for a win in this spot, but that's nothing special. Charlie Weiss is always hungry. Meanwhile, Kansas State is coached by the ghost of Bill Snyder, who is 242 years old. Snyder may forget where he parked his car occasionally, but he still knows how to coach football. Kansas State runs rush yards over the Jayhawks.
And now for your pick of the year for the week, Chicago Bob.
Luke, I always end up with my pick of the year in the SEC country. I have made a living this year betting against the Auburn Tigers, but I'm going to go the other way on this one. Luke, Arkansas is an absolute train wreck. The last time I saw a dumpster fire this bad was when Oscar the Grouch tried to make fondue. Arkansas had 25 first downs and over 500 yards of offense last week and still only scored 10. That means that they are literally allergic to scoring points. They couldn't score in Lindsay Lohan's house. Give me Jim Chisnick's Auburn Tigers, and this is my, you're darn right, John L. Smith, I'm going to be smiling, because you're putting my stepson through trade school lock of the year for the week.
Well, Chicago Bob, you've done it again. I think last week you were undefeated because you didn't pick anything, as it turns out. But that's going to do it for the Handicap Spot, Chicago Bob. Thanks for being with us, bud.
Thank you, Luke.
We'll catch you next week. That's going to wrap it up for the Handicap Spot, where we park you closer to your financial dreams each and every week. We'll see you next week.